Hello, Prosperivarians. The best school has come to stay in the city of Calabar. It is called Beryl International School. Take advantage of this opportunity now.
Tell me the best school, Beryl is the best. Tell me the best school.
How are you all doing today? It's nice being back. Today I'm basically going to be talking to jss1 students. And we're going to be talking on consonant clusters and diphthongs. Let me hear you say it. Consonant clusters and diphthongs. Alright. Now, you remember that last time I told you that consonants are those speech sounds we make with some forms of obstruction along the speech organ. In other words, as we're about to make consonant sound, the air from the lungs will be obstructed along the speech organ. That is consonant. Today, we're going to be looking at when there's a grouping of those consonants in a region of a word or a sound. When there's a grouping of those consonants in a region of a word. When you see that grouping, it is known as consonant cluster. This other side is diphthongs. Diphthongs, that one you are familiar with it. Diphthong is just when two vowel sounds come together to make one sound, a combination of two monotones, we call diphthongs. Alright, having said that, we're going to look at about 5 diphthongs today. We're going to pick just 5. I know that we have 8 diphthongs, but we're going to pick just 5 of them. Alright, let's go to the board and see what we have. Today, I'm very happy to be here with you again today. So I crave for your attention. Let me give you the introductory notes. To which, yes. So please help me copy at home there. As I'm writing, you'll be writing too. Yes, the English has, in English language, we have 8 diphthongs. 8 diphthongs. All right, this is the introduction. That's what consonant cluster is. It refers to when 2 or more consonants occur together in a syllable or in a region of a word. When 2 or more consonants occur together. When they appear closely to each other. Now, we're going to take these 2 examples so that you will now know where we're going to. For instance, these 3 examples, scribe, central, and dress. We're not going to work with the spelling, but we're going to work with the sound so that you will now see the clustering of the consonant there. You will agree with me that this is a consonant. The one that is following it is a consonant. And the third one there is a consonant. This is what we're talking about. This is what we call consonant clusters. Now look at this other one, central. Say it with me, central. Good. Now you see this one is a consonant too, followed by another consonant, this dental consonant, and then another consonant. So that is what we call cluster. This one, dress, is just 2 consonants. So what that is telling us is that we can have a cluster of 2 consonants, a cluster of 3 consonants, a cluster of 4 consonants, as the case may be. So that is what we're talking about, consonant cluster, where you have 2, 3, 4 consonants coming together in a region of a word and then occupying that region. So we've seen it there in this example. We're going to see more examples in the course of this lesson. Now this one, the diphthongs, refers to when two vowel sounds come together to make one sound. When two vowel sounds come together to make one sound, we call it diphthongs. For instance, let me equally give example. This one, we're going to see it again. A, I, and I. These are all diphthongs. It simply is a combination of A and E. So we have A. Now don't make the mistake like some people do, because this is A, this is E, they will say A. No, it's not A, it's A. A. Now this one is the same thing, A plus E. So is what? I. The same thing, O plus E. We have I. Alright. We're going to see them at the end of the lesson, so let me not bother you too much. But this is what we call diphthongs. This is what we call diphthongs. This one occur in words like bake. Bake. B-A-K-E. B-A-K-E. Cake. 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 So if we transcribe this, what we're going to have is something like this. Yes, that's bake. You see that the E there is silent, okay? The same thing here. Yes, the E there is silent. Now, follow, for you to do well in phonetics, follow the way it is pronounced, not the way it is written. So we're going to see some examples as we go on. Alright, now, I there, you can have it in tie. Tie, that thing that men use to rub their neck when they're dressing. And then this one, you can have it in boy. We're going to see all of them, okay? So let's quickly now go to the body of the lesson. So I've given you an idea of what consonant cluster is. I've given you an idea of what diphthong is. When two vowel sounds combine to make one sound. This one, when 2, 3 consonants cluster a region of a sound, we call it consonant cluster. Consonant cluster. All right. Hope you are copying this, because when you come back, we'll not copy it. Hope you are copying. Let's go to the body of our lesson now. Let's look at different consonant clusters. Different consonant clusters. Different consonant cluster. Remember, I told you that we have different types of clusters. We have the one at the beginning. We have 2, we have 3, we have 4. But today we're going to restrict ourselves to 2 and 3. Then we equally have where the consonants start a word, where they're in the middle of a word, and where they end a word. So let us just look at these different consonant clusters. Then we'll now come to that particular one, where they start, where they're in the middle, and where they end a word. All right, different consonant clusters. Please go with me. Start writing. Let's see who will finish first. Are you there? So we have a cluster of 2. You've seen it from the example there. We have a cluster of 3, and we have a cluster of 4. You can have a cluster. No, I don't know about that. About 5, I don't know. I don't know where that word would be. It may not be. I don't know. It may be in the English language. I don't know. So this is the next thing we're going to do now. We're going to look at this cluster in the initial position, and in the medial position, and in the final position too. I hope you are copying. All right. Different consonant clusters. Different consonant clusters. Yes, we're going to look at the different consonant clusters, but this is where our emphasis will be. It can appear at the beginning of a sound, in the middle of a sound, and at the end of a sound too. When you hear me say sound, it simply means I'm saying words, words, words. All right. Let me give you example of two clusters at the beginning, e.g., please, please, please. Say it, let me hear you. Please, please. Then I've given you this already. Dress. Dress. So you transcribe it. I've given you that in my introduction. You transcribe dress. I'm not going to do it for you. Then the next one is slap. Slap, that's a verb. To slap somebody. Yes. Now close. Close, close the door. Close. Close. This place, there's a way some people will articulate this word, close. You pick S here. But most of the pronunciation, you will see S here. Oh, sorry. There's a way people will articulate it. You pick Z here, close. But some people, a lot of people articulate it, and what you will see is what? S. So when you hear people say, it's a matter of accent. Okay? Some people say, close the door. Some people close the door. All right. That is it. Now the next one is new. My marker. News. 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 Let me close it so that it will flow better. News. N-E-W-S. News. So you have two clusters here, you have two clusters here, you have two clusters here, and then you have another two clusters here. Now, that is at the initial, when they occur at the beginning of a sound or a word. We call it initial. We have other examples. Other examples. Okay, let's do it. Let's take other example. Cube. Cube. C-U-B-E. Cube. Cube. All right, cube. Which other example do I have? Okay, let's take this for two. We've given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 examples of where there's a consonant cluster at the beginning of a word. Now let us see consonant cluster, 3 clusters of consonant at the beginning of a word. We're done with this. All right, maybe I'm going to make it in a tabular form. Tabular form. Let me pick a marker that is plain better so that we see it very well. Did you eat stew today? Stew. Stew. We equally have stew, after stew, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We have squeeze. Squeeze. Then scream. 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 All right. Now, this is where, excuse me, this is where we have consonant of three. Consonant of three again. Consonant of three at the beginning of those sounds or those words. At the beginning of those words. Now, the good thing is that you can see them at the beginning, you can see them in the middle, you can see them at the final position. Let's see if we can get them that way. So we're going to make a little table here. This is initial, when it is starting a sound. Medial, when it is in the middle. And then final, when it is at the end of a sound. So we're going to pick some words and then we see how these consonants are distributed. For instance, let me give you this one, big, begged, and then leg, big, or gift, begged, then leg. Have you seen it there? Though this is not a consonant cluster, I just want to show you the example. Here it is in the beginning, here it is in the middle, and here it is in the final position. So we're going to look at consonant clusters like that. We're going to start with consonant of two. Consonant of two clusters. Now, the example I'm going to give to you may not follow this. I'm going to mix them up. May not follow this, but it equally can come this way. So it will not be like this one that you have get here, get here, get here. So just look at this. For instance, dress. Dress. Then you have function. Function. Then you have lest. Lest. Then cluster itself is a word. Cluster. Always. Always. Then consonant. Consonant. Please. Okay, we've done this. Please. Puzzle. 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 Bank. Bank. Say it, let me hear you. Bank. Bank. Beautiful. Now we have close. Close. Middle. Middle. End. End. Crush. Crush. Oh yeah, this fruit, I love this fruit so much. I love this fruit so much. Okay. Now, follow me. We're going to articulate them now. When I say articulation, I simply mean pronunciation. Follow me. Say dress. 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 Function. 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 Lest. Lest. I know you're going to say last. Last, no? Lest. Lest. The A there is this sound. So you know how to articulate it. All right. Cluster. Cluster. Say it. Let me hear you here. Cluster. Always. 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 Now here, it's not S, rather Z. That's what you perceive. Always. Consonants. 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 Please. 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 Middle. 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 End. 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 Crush. 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 Oranges. Oranges. Ask. Ask. Alright. Here it is at the beginning of the sound. It is at the beginning of the sound. You can see them where I'm underlining. It's at the beginning of the sound. Here it is in the middle. In the middle. In the middle. In the middle. Remember this DD is 1D. When you transcribe it, DD, there is 1D. Then oranges in the middle. In the middle. Here, it is in the final. We're talking about consonant cluster now, so you just see where I'm underlining. It is in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. All right. So we can have it at the initial position when it is in the starting a word. We can have it in the middle position or medial position when it is in the middle of a word, and we can have it at the final. It's the same thing with clusters of 3 consonants. It's the same thing. It can be in the middle, it can be at the final position. All right. I'm going to delete some parts. I've copied these ones into your notes. You have copied the introduction, then the body, the different consonant clusters. So I want to wipe this side now. Okay, so that we'll now look at this little part, diphthongs. Diphthongs. All right. Diphthongs, like we said, is when 2 monotones come together to make one sound. We call it diphthongs. So we're going to look at 5 diphthongs now. 5, I told you earlier, 5. Actually, we have 8 diphthongs in English language. I don't know about your language, but in English language we have 8 diphthongs. So we're going to look at those 5 diphthongs now. This first one. There are 8 diphthongs in English language. So, but our emphasis is on 5. The first one, is the A sound. A. Say it, let me hear you. A, not A. A. So we have this one in words like this. Mary, Mary, pronounce it, let me hear you. Mary, 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 Mary. Of course, make the A sound, then read short E sound, Mary. Short E sound. Otherwise, if it is a long one, I will put 2 dots here, but there's no 2 dots there. That will tell you that it is short E sound. Mary. Alright, let's take 3, let's give another 2. Let's take two examples there. The next one is gate. Gate. Gate, let me look for a marker that's doing very well. Gate, say it at home there. Gate. Gate. Can you transcribe this? Can you write the way it's pronounced? It's like this. Gates. Then quickly, day. D-A-Y, day. So you have something like this, no? It's like this. Day, day. All right. Now we pick this one. I, the sound okay, this one is flowing very well. I, as in buy, to buy something. So this is how you're going to have it, buy. You see the UY there is this sound. Then the next one is sky, sky. So you're going to have something like this, sky. Then quickly, bicycle, 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 bicycle. No dot, bicycle. All right. We pick the next one because time is running out. Oi, oi. You have boy, boy, boy. Boy. Then oi, oi, oi. Then noise. Oh yeah, I don't like noise. Don't like noise at all. If there's anybody making noise, then knock the person for me. Noise. Noise. Then we pick the next one. Crown. All right, crown. Then house. 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 Then town. 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 Yes, the last one is the one I'm going to give you now. O. O. Remember I told you I'm going to give you only 5. Only 5 out of the 8 diphthongs. O. Load. Load. After that, we have this beautiful. Who is Rose there? Rose. Please be fast. My time is ticking. Roll. All right. All right. Let's quickly say something on it before we call it today. Yes, this is I, O. Now remember that these two, they are not the same. This is O. All right. That's why you have by, sky, bicycle, boy, oi, noise, crown, house, town, load, rose, and then whole. Let me quickly give you an assignment because no time again for me. Assignment. You do it at home. Then some assignment. Write 5 words. 5 words with consonant cluster. Consonant cluster in each of the positions indicated below. The positions. Oh, it's not a difficult one. The positions. Each of the position indicated below. E.g. Now all you need to do something like this. Initial, media, then final. Final is when it is at the end of the sound. When it is at the end of the sound, final. Okay, let me do one for you. For instance, this one, cheap. Then you have afraid. Afraid. Are you afraid of this assignment? Then ask. All right. Now, this is 1. So you are going to supply the remaining. You are going to supply the remaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. You are going to supply the remaining. I've done one for you. So you are going to supply the remaining, okay? That's the assignment. This is at the initial position, this is at the middle position, and this is at the final position. So that is it today. Thanks for being there for me. We've studied consonant clusters and diphthongs. And I told you that consonant cluster is when you have 2 clusters, or when you have clusters of 2, 3 in a particular region of a word. And then diphthong is when 2 vowel sounds, 2 monotones are coming together to make one sound. So we now looked at the different positions of consonant cluster. It could be in the middle of a word, it could be in at the beginning of a word, it could end a word, just like the example I've just given to you. Okay? So we now looked at diphthongs. Diphthongs simply mean when 2 vowels come together to make